first is the bacterial leaf blight caused by Xanthomonas oryzae, Patobar oryzae. This is commonly observed when strong winds and continuous rains occur because bacteria are spread and can readily penetrate via the wounds produced by leaves rubbing together. So madali natin itong usually nakikita natin yan during inclement weather, yung malakas yung hangin at saka maraming ulan. And severe and susceptible varieties under high nitrogen fertilization. So the symptoms will first appear as water-soaked stripes at the margin of fully developed leaves sa leaf tips or on injured parts of the leaves. The lesions would enlarge and both length and width, and the margins are wavy, will turn brown in a few days, and the old lesions would turn yellow or grayish brown. So katulad nito, makikita natin ng ganyan. Malalaki ang damage sa dahon. And early in the morning, kung kayo pupunta sa field early in the morning na mayroon pang dew, we can see this milky or what we call opaque dewdrops on the surface of the leaves early in the morning. Ito yung tinatawag na sign of bacterial blight infection. Yan ay bacterial ooze. Kaya yellow kasi ang Xanthomonas oryzae, Patobar oryzae, kung nakaano kayo sa crop protection dati, nag-isolate kayo, kita niyo yellow talaga yung Xanthomonas. So ganyan, ito yung kanyang symptom, yan yung sign. Okay. But pwede rin siya mag-infect sa seedling. Pag na-infect ang seedling, yung tinatawag nila na cresek phase or wilting of the whole leaves or the entire plant. And this is usually caused by bacterial invasion of the roots injured during transplanting and through cut ends of the leaves. Pag nagtatanim kasi tayo, lalo pat kung ang ating seedling ay medyo mga 28 or mga 30 days na, masyadong mahaba yung roots, so pinuputol natin. Ganon din yung pag masyadong na mataas ang seedlings, ay pinuputol din natin yung dahon, so doon dumadaan yung bacteria. And this is observed from 2 to 4 weeks after transplanting. Kung minsan malulusaw na lang ito kasi nga kung hindi kayo observant, akala ninyo nagkaroon lang ng kailangan ninyong mag-replant. Okay, so yun ang cresek pag sa seedling, ang seedling ang na-infect. There is pathogenic variability doon sa Xanthomonas oryzae, Patobar oryzae. Ang study sa IRRI dati ay sinasabi nila several races of bacterial leaf blight are known to occur in the Philippines. Bago nila itinigil yung kanilang napakaganda sana, pero sabi nila more than 10 races of bacterial blight pathogens are present in the Philippines. So how are we going to manage bacterial leaf blight? Resistant variety, again, the use of resistant varieties is the most economical and effective means to control bacterial blight. But because of new virulent races, integrated approach will be more appropriate. Ano itong mga integrated approaches natin? Balanced fertilization, ensure good drainage, remove weeds host and plow under stubble, straws, and volunteer seedlings, proper deployment of resistant varieties in the field. So mayroon nga tayong resistant varieties, pero dapat ay proper ang pag-deploy, ang pagtanim. Dahil maraming ang races, ibig sabihin, huwag kang magtanim ng variety na doon sa lugar na kung naging susceptible yung variety because of the presence of yung mga races. And we can apply copper-based fungicides at heading stage if the disease is severe. Yan ay fungicide yan, mga copper-based, but they have bactericidal properties. And we can allow fallow field to dry to suppress the bacterial pathogen in soil and plant residue.